Adam Bernard was first introduced to coaches while working as a tour guide in 2003. Motivated by his passion to further showcase Western Australia, he purchased his first coach 2 years later and formed Adam's Coachlines. The company has now grown to a fleet of over 45 vehicles, ranging from luxury sedans through to 5-star luxury coaches, with an emphasis on a quality customer experience. Adam has achieved a phenomenal amount in only 6 years. But like he will share with you, it is hard work and can come at a cost which you have to be prepared for. Adam emphasises market research as being imperative to the success of any new tourism business, while also maintaining good systems and looking after your staff when going forward.
In 2005, after doing around 3 months of research into the industry, we decided to buy our first coach, which was a pretty big decision because they're quite expensive, those coaches. From there, we continued to do research into the market and see sort of what was failing, what was working, and that meant interviewing a lot of drivers and asking questions, and also applying for jobs at other companies at that stage. I think one of the main attractions to the tourism industry was the diversity of people that we work with, and obviously the opportunity to showcase Western Australia. I'm very proud West Australian. I love this state, and I think it's a really good industry to be involved in if you want to showcase that to people. I guess one of the most important things is to do your research. I think people that get involved in the tourism industry without a lot of research are making a very grave mistake that they will regret, at some stage in the future. So I think research is probably the most important aspect of being involved in tourism in Australia. It's taken a very big toll on me personally. I suppose one of the things that you need to be aware of is that it's a job that is going to consume you. It's not something where you get up and start at 9 AM and finish at 5 PM. In some aspects, this job will certainly, in the first 2 or 3 years at least, devote almost entirely your life to your job. So, and that's if, of course, you want to do it right or you expect to survive. So, I think if you think that you're getting into tourism for a lifestyle change, that you'll be able to relax and enjoy life, then you're probably making a very grave mistake. So it's certainly all-consuming. From a personal perspective, I was hospitalised probably 3 times in the first 2 years from exhaustion. So that gives you an idea of how hard you must be prepared to work if you want to be successful. Certainly people that go into the tourism industry expecting to spend more time with their family are in for quite a big shock. It obviously creates a lot of friction and tension because you're working very long hours. You also have the financial pressures of starting up a new venture, which is something that you really must take into consideration. In tourism, you don't instantly start making money. I think people have a bit of a warped view on that industry and making money. Certainly you lose a lot of money before you start making money. So it takes a very big toll on you and your family for financial reasons, as well as obviously the friction of usually working together. It's very common in those early days that you will work closely with your family, which can lead to a lot of problems and a lot of tension. Okay, the best piece of advice I can offer somebody is to make sure you do your research. Research is very important. Some of the other things that I would concentrate on are your staff, and we run a very happy sort of workplace, and obviously we also encourage our staff to work to their best abilities. So staff is very important. Your procedures, make sure your procedures are done really well, and you follow that through all aspects of the business. I guess the main piece of advice I would give people is to understand that it is something that's going to take a huge commitment, If you don't have the commitment to doing it right, then my advice is don't do it. It is important that you maintain a small amount of time devoted to yourself, and you don't end up burning yourself out, because that will destroy everything that you've worked so hard for.